Hello everybody! Well, here we are with the next fight from the second round for the Mount Hua competition for the Blue Dragon server for September 2015. And we have YaoYue of the Wudong. She'll be facing off against Stigma of the Royal Guards. What kind of fight? I don't really know. Didn't see any of these guys' first fights, so I have no clue there, and I'm not really familiar with their names. They probably have been renaming themselves since last Mount Hua, but it's hard to keep track of all the renames, especially since the rename voucher is fairly affordable, so yeah. So I have no idea. Let's just see. It definitely looks like Ghost Shadow's sword from YaoYue. She's making good use of that against the Ghost Claw of Stigma. Stigma is trying to get those hits in there, but just not making any sort of connection. YaoYue, on the other hand, is making good use of her Ghost Shadow sword, chopping up Stigma pretty good, has him down to 75% health. He's coming back now with his Dog Beating Staff Ancient Manual, getting some good hits in there against YaoYue, has her down to about 80% health, but she is continuing to pummel him with that Ghost Shadow sword. And she continues the assault. There's a Plucked Peacock's Plume out of Stigma. A few hits there from YaoYue heals him up a little bit, but he does get flipped. That robs him of any chance of a counterattack while that Plucked Peacock's Plume was going. He comes in with a Snow Sword Bitter Cold, though, and continues with more Snow Sword, but more Ghost Shadow Sword is coming in from YaoYue. YaoYue is now sitting on 50%. Stigma, though, is down to a quarter health and falling very fast. He gets flipped. There's the follow-up from YaoYue, and she has him down to less than 500 points of health, 300. He plucks the Peacock's Plume again, just in time. A single hit gets through. No, a couple hits get through. Has him up to 2,000 points. He's got nothing, though. He needs the Pegasus right now if he's going to survive. And that's it. YaoYue was in with the attack before his Plucked Peacock's Plume was up. And so she healed him for one or two hits, but the rest of the combination there, well, not the combination, but that single move there finished him off. Bit of a daring attack, but against 20,000 hit points, which isn't really all that low. Well, that was a pretty brave move there for YaoYue. Coming in there, even though he was healing, but she must have been confident that she could do the damage. Or maybe she just jumped the gun a little bit. Anyway, Stigma is going to have to get away from those flips. A number of flips got through there from YaoYue and that Ghost Shadow sword. He needs to dodge those so he can avoid the follow-up as well. He needs to inflict some damage too, because he just wasn't getting it done. There is the Executioner's Blade from Stigma, but the Ghost Shadow sword is coming back pretty quick. YaoYue gets the flip and the follow-up, has Stigma down to 75% already. Stigma is taking damage pretty hard. He needs to get out of here. He needs to get away from this, and he does not. Another flip. And Stigma is taking that damage right on the chin, down to 50% already. YaoYue is not giving him a moment. He tries for a Tai Chi knockdown, does not get the connection. And another flip. YaoYue is right there with the follow-up too. She gets hit with some Bitter Cold Snow Sword skill. Does some pretty good damage. Maybe he should keep up with that Snow Sword skill. That seems to be inflicting for him, but if he doesn't have the whole set, that would handicap him severely. But the Ghost Shadow sword is almost made complete work out of Stigma. The Pegasus is just in time there, literally just in time. And he's going to eat some more Ghost Shadow sword for his effort. He's down to below 75% again. YaoYue is just carving him up with that skill. There's the Bitter Cold again, gets a good hit in there. YaoYue is down to 75%, but he is on a third health, falling so fast. Tries for a Tai Chi knockdown. A nice goosing there from YaoYue. Gets away from the follow-up, the parry break. Does not get caught in opening the Tai Chi. That was Stigma's plan. Clearly did not happen. And more of that Ghost Shadow sword combination. She is being super aggressive with this. And that's it. Stigma tried getting out of there. He tricked the enemy and was goosing away. But a ranged hit there from that Ghost Shadow sword of YaoYue finished off the match. 7,000 versus 65,000 points of damage done. He tried his best, but unfortunately it wasn't even close. So we will have more fights for the Mount Hua competition for the Blue Dragon server right here on this channel. Please stay tuned for that.